That's a sound I know that lots of us will be familiar with. Although there's a ton of digital alarm clocks on the market these days, finding one that suits you can be a bit of a task. The Szelam Digital Alarm Clock is an LED clock with a massive 6.5-inch large display. Although large in display, it is thin in thickness and doesn't take up much room on your table. And interestingly, it does have 2 USB charging ports. Due to there being so much going on with this clock, they do provide you with a user manual. Every setting of the clock is covered in the manual, and the manual is in good English and easy to understand. When you first get your clock, there is a protective film covering the mirrored display. Also, on the back of the clock there is a small battery compartment. There's a small tab on there that will need to be pulled out to activate the battery backup that this clock has. When the clock's display is switched off, the front can act as a mirror if required. The case of the clock is made of plastic and does come in different colours. On the left hand side of the case is a light dependent resistor, or otherwise known as a light sensor. The 3 low profile buttons are for mode. Positive and negative will increase or decrease values. The long protruding button on the top is the snooze button. 2 USB charging ports can be found on the right hand side, along with a power input socket to power the clock. On the back is an elongated hole to hang the clock on a wall if required. The speaker and access to the backup battery button cell can be found here. Inside the box you will find a stand for the clock. This is very easily fitted, as there are 2 slots on the base of the clock and 2 corresponding pins on the stand. These will fit into the base of the clock. A little bit of force may be needed to click the stand and the clock together. The power lead is approximately 2 meters in length. One end has a USB-A connector, the other end has a small power plug which fits into the clock. Although they provide you with a power lead, they do not provide you with an AC mains adapter. You will need to provide your own. This will need to be 5 volt at 2 amp. That's it, you're ready to power up your clock and do all your settings. When you first power up your clock, it will be set at 000. You will need to set your time. This is easily done with the buttons on the side of your clock. First press and hold the M button for more than 3 seconds to start the timing mode. The first selection is 12 or 24 hour. Use the positive or negative buttons to change what you want and press the M button. Next is the hours, using the positive and negative buttons to change the value. When the M button is pressed, you can now alter and change the minutes using the positive and negative buttons. Pressing and holding the positive and negative buttons will increase or decrease rapidly the value. When completed, press the M button. Your time is now set. To change to one of the 3 brightness settings, simply press the positive button repeatedly till you get to the desired setting. To set an alarm time, press the M button quickly. AL will appear on the screen. Press and hold the M button until the hours start to flash. Using the positive and negative keys, adjust the time. Press the M button to change to minutes. Again, using positive and negative, adjust the time. Pressing the M button will allow you to change the snooze time. Pressing the M button concludes the setting of the alarm time. To arm or disarm the alarm, press the minus button. When the alarm is armed, an AL icon will appear on the front display. At the designated time, the alarm will sound. The alarm will keep sounding for 2 minutes if not stopped. To stop the alarm, press any of the buttons on the side. Pressing the long button on the top will put it into snooze mode. The AL will still keep flashing and the alarm will sound again after the snooze time. The snooze time can be deactivated by pressing the M key. This will be indicated by the steady AL icon. The night mode settings can be activated by pressing the M key twice rapidly. This will enable you to turn on or off the night mode. The default period for this is between 1800 hours to 6 o'clock the next day. Between these times, the brightness display will go to minimum. The night mode settings can be altered and changed if required. While in the night mode settings, press and hold the M button, then make the appropriate changes to the start and ending times. Alternatively, you can enter into automatic dimming mode. To do this, press and hold the positive button. This will enable you to switch on or off dimming mode. As shown here, dimming mode is off. Covering the light sensor has no effect on the brightness. With dimming mode switched on, covering the hole and stopping the light going into the sensor has an effect on the brightness of the display. One very handy and useful option on this clock, it has two USB ports on it for charging. Each port will give 5 volts at approximately 1 amp. It is possible to charge up 2 devices at the same time, possibly a mobile phone or tablet. This digital alarm clock with large display certainly ticks all the boxes for me. I hope you found this information of use to you. Thank you for watching.